Hey everybody, we are on day 7 of following the energy in life and business. And if you haven't joined us before, I've been going live every day straight to talk about the foundational tools that are changing my life. Hello, Bridget, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hey everybody. So today we're going to talk all things radio receiver. I was like, what was that store? Sharper Image. I was like, is it Sharper Image? No, we're talking about you being the radio receiver. So if you're just jumping on, we are jumping into 14 days of following the energy in life and biz. And I have gone through a lot of foundational topics that begin to build upon each other. So we started with awareness and really getting an understanding of how you are in the present moment and how your intuition works, overwhelm, downloads, trauma responses in biz, judgment, what else do we do? Nervous system hygiene, and yesterday we talked all about limiting points of view. So I am sharing these all on my YouTube, so there is a playlist that you can go to so you can binge listen to them all at once. So they're also on my IG too. It's like harder to listen to longer videos on here. So welcome everybody who's joining. Today we're going to talk about you being a radio receiver. Now, this is a really important thing to get. And I say that at every video. I'm like, you need to get this. So the idea of a radio receiver, I'm going to use an example, and I use this all the time. So my current clients know it. Janine, I've heard this 1,000 times. And it is the most helpful example to really get this concept. In your day-to-day life, you're just going about your day and your body is picking up information all day long. Tons of data, tons of stimulus. And we have been taught very dynamically that pretty much everything we experience in our head, in our body, is ours. Right? It's like, this is my anxiety, this is my pain, this is my disease. I need to fix it. Yet, everything is energy. And so what if not everything you are perceiving is yours? So my example for you is, imagine when you walk into a room of people. You walk into a room of people. Do you know what the temperature of the room is? Are you aware? Is it tense? Like, can you cut the tension with a knife? Or is it joyful? I mean, even where did that phrase come from? Can you cut the tension with a knife? How do you know there's tension? It's like, if you're not actually seeing the tension, how are you perceiving it? Your body is perceiving it, right? It's almost like you don't see it, but you see it. You see it. Your body sees it. That's perceiving, right? So your body picks up that information and it's giving it to you in real time in your body. That's the data you're getting. Oh, wow, it's tense in here. Do I want to stay here? I don't know. Maybe I want to leave, right? The difference there is in that split second, when you perceive that information, you don't buy it as yours. That's the difference. We automatically presuppose this is not mine. This is not mine. I'm just, whoa, it's tense in here. That's tense. That's not mine. And so by not buying it as yours, it doesn't solidify in your body. And so then you're able to go, oh, okay, well, what do I want to choose here? Do I want to stay? Do I want to leave? Do I want to go? Do I want to stay? Do I want to leave? Do I want to go? I think I want to go, right? And so you might leave. And so the difference is you've walked into the threshold of the room, and that's what kind of cued you to not buy this energy as yours. Now, what if you are picking up similar amounts of energy all day long from everywhere, but just because you didn't walk into the room of people, you just go to your default, which is like, well, this must be mine. Oh, this must be mine. Another example to think about this is just and how you tap into collective energy is things like the holidays. Like, do you notice how certain holidays have like a vibe around them? Or like when a lot of people are off work or school, or even like the flip side when there's like a crazy collective tragedy, right? Are you aware of that? Yes, you are, right? As an energetic infinite being, you are aware of all these energies. And so it's really important for us, in our life and to just feel well and in our business, to perceive when we are just tapping into everyone else's stuff, when we are plugging into the iCloud. Now, if you're kind of like, I don't know about this infinite being stuff, I don't know about this energy. We did this earlier on in one of the videos, but I want you to do it again. Take a minute to just lower your energetic walls and barriers. Just lower your walls and barriers. And if you're like, what is she talking about? Just put your intention to imagining doing it, and you're doing it. So lowering your walls and barriers, and then expand your energy out. Expand your energy out so far so that it fills up the entire room that you're in. Maybe so it fills up your entire home, your entire neighborhood, your state, your city, your country, the world. Do you see how you can just keep expanding out? That your energy knows no bounds. And so because of this, you can stay in that expanded space or come back a little bit. Our bodies love space. You can see how we are all co-mingling in an energetic soup, right? Because if you are expanding that far out, then other people can too, right? And it's like such a disservice that we're not taught this, that we're not all kind of co-mingling in the matzo ball soup. I don't know why it has to be that soup. We're all co-mingling in it. And so our energies are codependent at times. So the way I want you to think about this is being codependent to the energy is the same idea of being like codependent in life. So the idea of codependence is that I'm kind of like dependent on this person and I need to manipulate how they feel. I feel responsible for how they feel. That's codependence, right? Versus being an independent, empowered being means you take full self-responsibility for how you feel and how you respond to life. So it's the same idea with energy, right? If we're all in this soup together, it's very easy to be the leaf in the wind that gets like swept up by all the energies, swept up and washed away. Right? And so we become at effect of the energies we are perceiving. So it'd be kind of like if you walked into that room of people and it was really tense, and then all of a sudden you went into like, well, I'm mad. Why am I mad? Well, I'm mad because my husband didn't take out the trash. Depending on what radio station we are calibrating to, we will tell ourselves a story to match it. Right? So it's very important in that moment to choose to be aware, to choose what am I perceiving, to ask a question, right? Because like when I've walked into the room of people, this belongs to me, this doesn't belong to me. Okay, I'm just aware that I walked in. Versus if I'm the leaf in the wind and I get swept up in all that tension, well then I'm gonna feel tense, but it's like I don't know why if I'm not being aware. And so then I'm going to tell myself a story to match what I am perceiving, and it's informed back and forth. Right? So my radio receiver is on the anger dial, the anger station, and then a story is going to come in to match that vibration. And so that's how we become codependent to the energies, if we are just allowing ourselves to be swept up and not be aware in the present moment. How is this landing for folks? I'm curious, like, are you having any clicks, any ahas, light bulb moments, questions? Let me know. I'd love to hear. So if you were to see your body as picking up information all day long, then like, what the heck do you do about it? Like, wow, I hear this all the time. Janine, I wish I wasn't so empathic. I wish I wasn't so aware, because now I'm like stuck with this. And I look at, well, how does it get better than that? You're supremely aware. How can you use that to your advantage in life? Not everybody has this capability, capacity, or they might, but they don't want to tune into it. Right? So they might like avoid it. So where could you use it to your advantage to inform you of what to choose next? To create more ease in your life, more ease in your body, and more ease in your business. And I'm going to be talking about this like in talking to the energies, communicating with things today on my fall welcome call, like so soon, in a half hour. So there's a link in my bio to join the free call. Literally, I'll be jumping on at 12 o'clock Central Time. How do you turn it down or transform it? Yeah, great question. So that's like, you're psychic, because that's right where I was going. So people are always asking me like, hey, how do I, like, what do I do? Like, I hate having this. I say, okay, I'm going to take you to Hogwarts. I'm going to take you to Hogwarts, and the first thing I'm going to do is teach you a spell, and it's to ask questions. Very relevant with Halloween coming around. It's to ask questions. That's your spell. That's how you're able to start to commune with the energy you're aware of, to start to not buy it as yours. So the main question is, who does this belong to? And this question specifically is from Access Consciousness, and it has been game-changing for me. Who does this belong to? Now, the point of the question is to A, get you out of conclusion, and B, get you tapped into the awareness. Because if we go to conclusion, that's a judgment. If we go to conclusion about something, we block what we could perceive. Because our brains are literally seeking to match our points of view, what we talked about yesterday. And so if I conclude something, then I can only see evidence to support it, because I must prove myself right. And so this is where judgments, conclusions block our awareness. So if you were to go into, who does this belong to? It's like an awareness exercise, bringing your attention to the energy, and it gets lighter. It's like, oh, that's not mine. That's not mine. So you can even do it right now with anything that you're perceiving, you're aware of, an intensity in your body. Who does this belong to? 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 And just perceive what happens to that energy. Now, with asking the questions, you're not looking to get an answer. You're not looking to get an answer, right? Because then it's like you're going back into conclusions. I need conclusions. The question is to facilitate awareness for you, to give you more data, to get out of conclusion. Oh, the energy is moving. It's lighter. Okay, cool. That's not mine. Can I return it to sender with consciousness attached? Right? When it's light and it moves, it's not yours. If the energy remains dense and heavy, you can ask, what is the lie here? What's the lie I've bought into here? Again, the questions are opening yourself up into the receiving mode, right? Because I'm already coming from a presupposition that something else is possible here. Maybe I'm not totally clear on it. Maybe it's a little cloudy, but something else is possible. Something I could be aware of. I could be aware of something. What is that? Right? Coming from that curious energy allows you to tap into it. What is coming up for folks? Do you have questions? Have you heard of this tool? Who does this belong to? I am such a big fan of it. It's literally changed everything. I'm just getting that the questions are so helpful and really do dynamically change like what shows up and how you can have ease in your body and in your biz. Because how many ways are you trying to function in business like everyone else? Are you trying to do business like everyone else because you thought it's the right way, and it's not even what you want? It's not even what you want to create, right? Or are you having like pain or illness or beliefs in your body that's coming up that you've decided is yours? Who does it belong to? What if you just asked the question and you came from the place of, maybe, just maybe this isn't mine. Just maybe. So when you start to get really present like that and really mindful that, okay, I'm just a radio receiver here that's picking up data constantly, just constantly. Wow, then you start to create some space from your issues, I would say, from your problems. Because when we're in it, it's like, this is my problem, this is my thought process, this is my pain. If we're in it, it's like we become succumbed by it, right? We become the leaf in the wind. Versus the idea here energetically is we want to be the rock in the stream. Steadfast, can allow all the energies to swirl around. We can perceive them, receive them, and then what can I do with this energy? What will this create? What does my body require here? Right? So anytime that we're starting to get at effect of it, it's like, ask your body, what does it need? Who does this belong to? And body, what do you require? What else is possible here? What could I choose that's different? The questions, that's your takeaway. Use questions and start to see yourself as the radio receiver that is just picking up information. Because the more neutral you can get about the data you're picking up, it's just going to relax your nervous system. Relax your nervous system and facilitate you being able to perceive, read energy with more ease, ask it questions, allow it to flow, right? And I will say that the more that you utilize these tools, the more that you tap into it, your awareness is going to expand. So when folks ask, well, how do I turn it down? It's like, well, you can keep trying to suppress it, but it will only get louder. As such, so will when you put your attention to it. It will get louder and expand more because it's like your abilities to perceive it have expanded. And so this is why it's continuing to work with it and utilize tools, get energy work done, things like that can be so game-changing. So if you want to continue the conversations with me, I'd love to have you join and jump in half hour if you're watching this live, or in 30 minutes. So 12 o'clock Central Time, I am jumping into my fall welcome call, which lately every month I've been doing a welcome call to just invite new folks into my world, kind of see what I'm all about, and also talk about a topic. And today it's going to be how I create multi-5-figure cash months in my business by talking to my business, by talking to it, not by doing the right sales and marketing strategy, by talking to it. And so I want to share a little bit about my story and just kind of like how I go about doing that. So you have some really practical tools in doing that. So we're jumping on soon. Link in my bio. Come join us. And other stuff that is coming up, I'm going to be also talking about my Activate membership in there and all of that. So that's like opening really soon. Activate is my new membership that I just started last month, which is basically having a live program every month for the budding entrepreneur to play with the energies and get some really practical tools of getting your online business up and running. And so this month it was Get Seen on social. So we're all about looking at visibility, becoming comfortable being visible, putting yourself out there, all those things. And then next month we're going to talk about let your biz tell you what to do, because it's very easy for us to go to all these conclusions about what's the right thing to do in business, and it mucks it all up. And so being able to commune energetically and follow those inspired pings is like essential. And so each month we have a program basically that's focused around an energy, a topic, whatnot. So the doors are going to be opening again because they've been closed this month. They're going to be opening for October. I'm so excited for it because it's like this program's insane. The energy behind it is very intense and I'm here for it. So that is coming up. I'm going to talk more about it on the welcome call. So definitely join us if you're able to, or catch the replay. And what else is coming up? EFC, my mastermind, is also opening up in early October. So that's for hot seat coaching, facilitation calls if you're wanting that, because my other calls are training, like live training calls. And yeah, there's a whole portal and all sorts of stuff in there. So whatever is coming up, whatever's pinging you, DM me if something calls to you and you have a question about it. But hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, bye.